Roman is like, listen, Rita, I'm telling you, you don't have to worry about her. She's nobody. Rita, I promise you, it's just nobody. Don't worry about it. And Rita's like, and you're nobody called today. She hung up when I asked her name, and I wonder if she thinks she's being clever. Will you say that nobody's after you? If that is what you say is true, well, I can love you like nobody can. Bump, bump, even better. Rita, sweetie, baby, I love you. Please don't be mad at Roman, okay? Hey, baby, please don't be mad at him. They're both beautiful. You're the luckiest guy, okay? You're a very lucky guy. Okay, sweetie? You're such a pretty girl. You're my favorite girl ever, okay? My favorite spicy girl ever. Yes, you are. Such a pretty girl. Daddy loves you so much. She might just be a hussy. Baby, don't say that about her. Y'all, Rita just called her a big hussy. Oh, Rita, don't call her that. Val's sweet. Val, she doesn't mean it, sweetie. She doesn't really mean that you're a hussy or a floozy. She's just, girls. Jamie and I were doing a live video, our weekly Sanctuary Sunday, where we combine all of our channels together into one big happy family. And that normally lasts about an hour, but tonight we had to stop it short.
There's no saying that everybody's going to get along there either, so we have to be able to be flexible with this, and the thought that they can move and travel well is really important, and we're really grateful. I just heard them.
You want to go check on them?
Sure.
So we do have Chuck, who is, you need to look in the drawer. You got so Chuck was really first to work. I'm gonna cut the live now and go help her. I'm not gonna even give her an option. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Jamie's video. And sorry, gotta go. We had to cut it early, and without giving you much warning of why, I thought I would make a quick video and explain to you what happened. Most people probably already know. Tonight we have kind of a double whammy though. We have the neighbor's horses next door, the ones we sometimes call the riffraff. But it was more than just that. Tonight it was also one of our newest members of our family. Where's he at? Old Chuck. Let me tell you what happened. So, while we were on the live, we heard horses running and neighing. Jamie said, "Did you hear that?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "You're gonna check or you want me to?" She goes, "I'll go check." Jamie gets up, opens the door, and within a second or so, she runs back in looking for a flashlight. I could see the panic in her face. I saw how fast she was moving, and so I looked out and I saw horses running across the yard. The 3 brand new horses. These guys. All 3 running across the front yard. And we could also hear the horses behind the RV. That would be the neighbor's horses, the ones we sometimes call, jokingly of course, the riffraff. What had happened is, for some reason, the horses got to pushing around on the fence over here, the gate, because Chuck was pushing on the gate right there where that particular horse is standing. That's Talus. Right there where Talus is standing, Chuck was pushing on that gate and popped it off the hinges. It spooked the horses, and it made them run into this gate right over here. Follow me around as I show you what happened. The brand new latching system that I had got knocked off, which allowed the gate to pop completely open. Now, at that time, my side-by-side was not sitting here. It was parked up by the RV. So these 3 horses come out, the 3 new horses. They run up alongside the fence over here, and at that point, all 6 horses begin this game where they're running back and forth along the entire fence line right there, the whole 100 yards of fence. 3 on one side and our 3 over on this side. Obviously, our horses can't get around back behind the RV, so when they get to the RV, they go around the front there by where Jamie's vehicle's parked. Are you still following me? So, here's what I did to try to help solve the problem. When I first came outside and I saw the horses running around, my biggest concern was them going down by the road. Our horses, believe it or not, are angels. Those 2 right there. That's Rita and Roman, aka our angels. They were being sweet. They were standing over here watching the entire thing happen. But as these horses were running back and forth along the RV, it made me nervous that if they end up going down towards the road. So I jumped on my side-by-side as fast as I could and drove down to close the gate that goes onto the road. Luckily, by the time I got back, Jamie had already called the horses to her. You guys may not know this. I'm sure you'll find out a whole lot more with time. But the most well-behaved of these horses over here, you want to guess? I kid you not. The big Clydesdale right there, Val. Hey, sweetie. Even though I've not had a chance to love on her or any of them really at this point, she's very well behaved. And from what I understand, Clydesdales usually are very well behaved. So with all of the running around that the riffraff was causing, Val actually walked up to Jamie. Jamie got the halter, put the halter and then the lead, and led her right here back to the red barn. At that point, the other 2 horses saw their leader being led back to the red barn, and so they followed her in. I come back from closing the gate at the road and parked my side-by-side here to keep the gate closed. I went ahead and threw the little chain latch around there anyway. So that is why the live ended the way it did. I know that was a little bit crazy and kind of scary for a lot of folks. I'm so very sorry, but there was just no time to give you an explanation because, in fact, I had no idea what was going on. It scared me. It scared Jamie. As of right now, everything's fine. The horses have water. I've kind of had to shoo Chuck away, and I've even considered putting Chuck into the lot for the night. I'm still considering that, actually, because what I do not want him to do is come back over here pushing on their gate. I guess on one hand, I'm glad the horses pushed and ran out this way, because otherwise they would have gone out the gate that Chuck had pushed open and gone down into the back pastures. And I don't think it'd been near as easy for them to catch them out on the back acres. Sweetie, you are a mess. You know that you are just a you are just a mess. You do know that, right? I think we're gonna love her, y'all. We're gonna love her. I don't want to put the light in I do not want to put the light in Val's eyes. Val, you're sweet, baby. You're amazing. I will tell you though that I had this desire that we would keep Val. Oh, look at the jealousy. Look at the jealous little girl. Guys, that's another Rita right there. This is another Rita right here, I'm telling you. But oh my God, she's gonna be like a little Rita. Guys, oh no, look at you, baby. You are such a mess. Y'all, she got fairy knots. Baby, you're a mess. You know that you're a mess, right? A beautiful mess, but she's a mess nonetheless. Look at that girl. And oh, she needs some water. They've already drank half their water. That's wonderful. I will fill that back up before I go in. Uh-oh, even though she's a mess, look who's in charge. Mr. Man says, hey, you know what? Move it, sister. So I don't know exactly what will become of everything, but here's what I'm afraid of. Well, let me tell you what my wish was, and then I'll tell you what I'm afraid is going to happen. So my original wish was that Val would stay here with us. Val would become a part of the Roman and Rita trio and just have a really wonderful life here at the JL Ranch property. The land of giants, y'all. The JL Ranch, the North Ranch, the land of giants. But here's what I'm afraid is going to happen. Because of the fact that Val is such a leader, and here she goes, she's about to move the little one out of the way. Because she's also so very gentle, and I'm afraid that Jamie's going to insist that she goes with her back to the JL Ranch South, the Longhorn Lester property. And if that happens, then that's fine. You can't control it. I'm not going to control it. I'm not the horse person in the family. Jamie is more of the horse person than what I am, and absolutely what she decides to do, she decides to do. However, I do not think it's wise to leave this little munchkin here with Rita. That would be just a disaster in the making. This one over here needs a lot of direction. And of course, this fella over here, who's still being pretty shy with me, Talus, is, well, I don't know. Jamie and I were both hoping that he would kind of chum up with Bucky's, and together he and Bucky's could kind of have the guy thing going back at the other property. So to make a long story a little bit shorter, I don't know what to expect right now. But I did want to clarify what happened and explain to you all why we had to stop the live so quickly. I'm going to grab me some muffins. I do believe it would be wise to go ahead and put Chuck away, even though he may already be up for the night. He's gone ahead and left. He's not bothering us. He's nowhere around the area anymore. And he might be good. He might be okay. But that was quite scary. But what I'll do is I'll be awake for several more hours. And if I hear Chuck starting all that bellowing again and all of that mess, then I'll certainly come out and move him to the lot where we have shelter, we have water, we have all that we need. It'll just move him away from the other horses, because as of right now, the other Longhorn could care less. It's only Chuck who seems to be having a problem with our new arrivals. Okie doke. Well, thank y'all for watching. Oh no. There's Chuck again. So Chuck has come back. Why are you over here? Why don't you leave the guys and girls alone? They've had a long day. They've had a very long day. They probably want some sleep. You want to follow me over for some muffins? Would you like to follow me over to the lot for some muffins and you can just stay in there tonight? Would that be okay? All right, let me grab you some muffins and you just follow me. Guys, I'm gonna grab me some muffins from the side-by-side. I'll grab the entire bag. There we go. And I will just take Chuck with me, okay?
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.